Good morning. This is Mona, and this is my morning view today, spring edition 2026. Little overcast, and it is wonderful Wednesday. Wonderful Wednesday, the day I give gratitude and thankfulness to the Lord for giving me this space, for giving me this voice here on social media. Also, for things in life, for things this week, this month, this year, this decade, this life. He's always working, and even when it doesn't look like he's working, even though I don't see it, even though I don't see that he's working. That's a song. Oh, I'm starting to get the berries that stain. Gotta sweep those off quickly. All right, so today. Got a little bit of a headache, tinge of a headache. I forgot to take my medicine, my weekly medicine yesterday, so I need to take it when I get home because it has to be from my fasting point. So 4 hours empty stomach, and then take my meds, and then wait an hour. I'm thinking, there she is. We get the report hopefully today from her x-ray. So thank you, Lord, that it wasn't anything like catastrophic. Don't know what it's going to entail, but at least it is not catastrophic. And then, thank you, Lord, for, being able to work on my flowers. I've been doing a little bit each night. I don't get to do a whole lot. We go to bed early. So we've been getting them a couple more. We have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 more plants to take care of. I found some plants that I wanted to take home from my friends and keep them thriving and living, and I had them tucked under the what's this? The eave. The eave, that's what that's called right there. Tucked under the eave, inset into the garage door that does not open. Sat there for the winter. And because of that, it never rained on them. And because it never rained, they are a dried mess. I don't know if they'll come back. Probably not. But I have hopes. I have hopes that maybe if they get watered, there might be a little root in there that says, yay, some water, refreshing, and they jumpstart. All right. That's my hope. But at least I discovered what happened and won't be doing that again. All right. Learning from our mistakes. That's what I'm thankful for to the Lord, and not just make mistakes and never learn. I know people like that they keep making the same mistakes over and over again, and it never dawns on them that they should do something different. All right. I titled this Daughter of Thunder. And I'm going to go through, and you'll have to check the previous videos for maybe the story in its detail. But I have talked about my grandson's car issues, right? My grandson's car issues, and how, as a grandmother, I was upset for him. And I'm like, I'm thinking like Jonah being sent to Nineveh to warn the Ninevites that if they do not change their ways, that they will meet demise, right? And so in my head, I'm thinking This dealership needs to know that they're going down if they don't change their ways. You know, grandma mode. Kind of like a mama bear. All right, so with that, yeah. I was like, I don't want to be so much like Elijah, where he had a sow bear, in other words, a mama bear, come and destroy those boys that were mocking him for being bald. Mind you, they weren't just mocking him for being bald; they were mocking God Himself, in essence, through mocking the prophet. But when they called him Baldy, got a little upset and had a mother bear take care of them. I was like, okay, I'm not that extreme, Lord. I'm not asking for a bear. We have bears. We have bears here. So it wouldn't be unusual, right? But I'm not asking for that. I'm not asking for that because, I just didn't feel comfortable with that. But I'm like, really want them to get their comeuppance if they don't change their ways. Now, I was reminded of the sons of thunder, James and John, walking with Jesus into Samaria. And some Samaritans don't like them, and they were upset, and they were like, let's call lightning down on them. And so therefore, they got this nickname, Sons of Thunder. Sons of Thunder. And so basically, I was told that's what I was doing. I was calling lightning down on these individuals. Now, I did not. I lamented with the Lord about it. Lord, do I pray for them so that heaps of coal fall onto their heads? Do I call the scales of justice to come down and just, take them out of business? All these different things. So, I was being this daughter of thunder. And while I was lamenting with the Lord did not give me, the story of the sons of thunder. Why? Because my mind was so wrapped up in, Lord, is it okay to do this? To pray for their demise, to pray for, I knew it wasn't right. I knew it in my heart it wasn't right, but I just wanted justice for my grandson. Well, I'm glad I didn't do it. I'm glad I held off for instruction. And it took someone else, because most people were on my side. Oh, yeah, let's close them down. I had to get somebody removed from the process because it's local. So local people are a bit annoyed. But if you take somebody outside of local, who hears from the Lord, who discerns His word, who so my mentors at this time, I'm on a Zoom and I sound like I'm being transparent here. This is where I wanted to go. That's the road I wanted to take. I didn't. I wanted to. I know I said it a couple of times as a thought out loud, but I never actually did it. Now, mind you, I have to clear up the air on what words I have spoken. But, daughter of thunder, we are ministers to reconciliation. Ministers to reconciliation. We're not to call lightning down upon those that have done wrong, because we're ministers of reconciliation. So it settled my heart. It settled my heart on where I stand with this. Where I stand with it. And the part of authority, which part of me, I kind of disagreed with my mentor on the authority aspect. I felt like that was not part of the situation. Because, to my understanding, I have authority over my children and my grandchildren, but I have less authority over my grandchildren than my children, because they're my grandchildren. They're under the authority of their parents. But I can't just step in and do something on their behalf without them asking me to do so, or permission to do so. I don't know if asking them, because I don't know if they'll think about it, because, yeah, well, they don't fall far from the tree. Through the generations of, we usually don't ask for help. We just do what needs to get done. And so when that happens, how do you, you're not going to reach out for help. But do you offer the help and then let them decide? That's my thought. I could be wrong. Go ahead and put it in the comments what you think concerning that. But, that we're called as ministers of reconciliation. And so how do we put that into practice when it's not somebody we know personally? It's not somebody that personally, did me wrong. It wasn't like a backstabbing friend or relative, So you do pray for them. But you don't pray for them just because it's like heaping coals upon their head. That's the part that needs to be removed from the mind, taking every thought captive. And that's whether you're doing it for you or whether you're doing it for someone else. So, getting really warm now. What Jesus has for me this week. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for putting wise mentors in my path. Thank you, Lord, for helping me learn from my mistakes. Thank you, Lord, for it may take a couple of days, but for remembrance to come to my mind. And in this case, through a mentor. Sometimes it's through a friend. Sometimes it's through a family member. God does use other people to teach us things. And so, being discerning, seeking God for wisdom, and He'll do it. He'll bring an answer. All right. That's all I got for you today. Blessings, everybody. Before you go over to YouTube. Like, share, comment, both here on Facebook and on YouTube. Like, share, comment. Go over to YouTube. You'll see my white hair. It's different than my Facebook profile. It's Mona E. Harrison. Mona E. Harrison. You'll see my white hair, my beautiful face. You'll know you're in the right spot. Subscribe. Hit all the bells and whistles. And peruse some of the longer videos. peruse some of the longer videos on fast speed while you're doing chores, while you're doing laundry. And yeah, blessings everybody, and have a great day. And I'll see you for Thirsty Thinking Thursday tomorrow. Ooh, still haven't thought about what I'm going to say. All right.